Oh, hey, what's up? It's been a minute, which is actually not my fault. I just didn't really want to talk about the Biff card that they released last week. Because you know what? I'd actually rather go watch Back to the Future 3. That's actually a really fun one, if you didn't know. It's super fun. So I didn't talk about that. I just let you figure it out yourself. And I don't know where you've ended up, if your team is better off or worse for it, but you know what? That's not my problem. So, anyhow, I'm here after my week. Really not a fun one. I had some car issues that I dealt with, and then after I dealt with them, I tried to be super sneaky. I mean, I never claimed to be the master of ethics, but I feel like I'm pretty ethical. But in this case, I was not, and I kind of paid the price. I have had an issue getting my vehicle cleared because, catalytic converters have been angry for ages, and so I knew it wasn't going to pass an inspection. But after I got my work done, it looked pretty good. No lights were flashing or whatever. So I took it in. I was like, hey, maybe we can sneak this thing in and they'll pass it. And they're like, oh, can we wait for a couple hours? And I was like, yeah, I can totally wait for a couple hours. So I did that and played some more Divisions. And while I was waiting, the whole time, anybody went up and whispered in the guy's ears. I was just a ear. It's hard to whisper in both ears. But every time he did that, I was very nervous. Anyhow, came back to bite me though, because at the very end, they're like, oh, so, ma'am, it turns out that you do have some codes that seem to have been cleared, and so we need to make sure that those codes don't come back up. So that was a huge bummer, and I was really annoyed at my car. I was like, why do you gotta be so smart? Why do you gotta tattletale on me? That's not cool. Just be a friend, just chill, just zip it. Don't be so smart. It's those cars in the 80s that talked so much, man. They talked a lot, but those guys, they were loyal to their drivers, and so I have a lot of respect for them. My car is not being loyal to me, so I was really, really annoyed about that. But it's whatever. So I'm gonna try and go back. I have about 75 miles that I gotta put on this car. I've already put 30, so I'm gonna see what I can do, drive it around, and then go back and see if they want to approve me. But yeah, that was annoying. And then, oh, what else? Oh yeah, so basically just connection, because I don't tech is not my best friend, my tattletelling car. But then also alarm clocks, I have been able to be we have taken a vacation from each other. We have gone our separate ways for this summer, and it's been so nice, because we are not the perfect match. The second I introduced that mofo back into my life, man, I cannot sleep. I was sleeping pretty well, I would say, over the summer for the most part. And then I introduced that mofo back into my life last night. And, last night and the night before. Yeah, and it totally messed with me. I can't possibly stay awake. Or stay asleep. I keep waking up all the time. And you would think that you would get some sort of reassurance when you have an alarm set, but no, it just messes with me. I just wake up and I stare at my clock. So I read this cool thing about how to put yourself to sleep if you wake up with insomnia. And so it was saying that you should focus on your body parts, and then try and feel them, and then work your way up, from foot up to your head, and try to focus on feeling that part of your body. And that if you did that, by the time you work up to your head, you might already be asleep. I've kind of found that when I do this thing, it's like that thing when you read and you get halfway through the chapter, and then you have to read that chapter over and over and over again. It's kind of like that for me. But basically it's you focus on feeling your foot, And I don't know if you've ever tried to do this, but it's really weird. Like, you actually can just like put all your energy into like feeling one part of your body, and it's really interesting actually. So you try to feel your foot, and then like you work up to your ankle. And I skipped my right ankle because I sprained my ankle, and I don't want to feel that mofo. I'm kind of mad at it right now, so I skipped that one. But then like, okay, then feel your shin, feel your knee, like your thigh, like just keep working your way up. And it's supposed to be like a good strat for falling asleep. Anyway, let me know if that works for you, and if it does, hey, you're welcome. But anyway, for now, that's been my week, but we're gonna go talk about Fina, so let's go do that. I suppose I've said too much as usual. And see how we feel. I feel. Stop. I need to stop saying we. How I feel about that. All right, so popularity poll winners are in, and I don't understand this really. I don't understand why so many of these units off the paper doll stores are your favorite units, the most popular units in FFBE War of the Visions. I don't know. That's kind of weird, but you can go do some things with them. There's a couple polls there, blah. But who we really need to talk about is Fina making out with herself, and here she is. This is Lotus Mage Fina. You might know her from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, the first game. But yeah, Fina is an interesting character. She's like had a bit of a duality. When you meet Dark Fina and you realize like she's got more going on. This is like her like more innocent, transparent version. Dark Fina was the one that was like really down and around for all the stuff that went down. That's not supposed to rhyme or be a rap, but Lotus Mage Fina, like this is, I think, like after she kind of like realizes like, oh man, like I have some history and like now I'm gonna get super powerful and I'm gonna embrace all that. So let's go read about it. Anyhow, she's a compassionate mage with the purest of hearts. Though she lost a great part of her memories, she managed to eventually come into her own upon meeting Rain, Lastwell, and a multitude of other people. After going on to inherit Dark Fina's powers, I guess like via the making out session, she proves herself even more dependable to her companions. So yeah, she gets super strong, and was a great unit then, and hopefully will be a great unit now. Her Trust Master reward is Virtuous Gillet, a long vest favored and worn by Lotus Mage Fina. The dark fabric is made of unexpectedly durable material, allowing this tight-fitting attire to provide protection to the upper body. Although in the beginning, Fina's memory loss had prompted her to act much like a child, she has learned many things, and now even cooks for her traveling companions. Oh, nice. Cook for me. She did, however, slightly burn the bottom of her vest long ago while trying to fry eggs, and keeps that fact a secret to this day. I love that. This vest will give you 188 HP, 42 magic, 5 spirit, and 8 critic. The ability on that will be Pure Focus, which gives a range +1 for 4 turns and bestows a damage reduction effect that reduces the damage taken the larger the attack range for 4 turns. Interesting. Let's see. She is, as a Lotus Mage, a rearguard healer class, a job that excels at healing and supporting allies from afar, such as with an ability that increases the amount of HP restored when farther from the target. They're really into the distance right here. And it's weird because like these maps, man, they do not give you a lot of wiggle room. And a missile attack that lowers the CT of enemies while sealing their debuffs. Magi Striker class. Rearguard Spellcaster class, a job that specializes in sabotaging opponents with status elements and can also heal and buff its allies. I love sabotaging people. Red Mage is that rearguard Spellcaster class, which is a job that employs casting time to deliver high-powered ranged magic attacks and restorative spells. So, in case I didn't mention it, and I will not be afraid or forgetful to mention it, she is a light unit and looks like she is of the bow variety, if you see up there. So I sometimes forget to mention that, but I do not want you to be super confused on what she is and how to use her in a party. Her limit burst is Judgment Wish. Will remove Curse from allies within range while recovering a large amount of hit points and bestowing physical damage reduction for 3 turns. And that's for a bunch of allies. So any friends that you can get in that little shape there. It's going to look a little something like this, where she pretends to make out with herself and shoots off into the heavens and probably rains down just a bunch of little phoenix baby downs on everybody. So it's like not going to give them re-raise, but it's going to put a bunch of health or something. So that's what she does, and that's going to be really great, honestly, because like Curse really sucks right now. We have so many strong units that have been really, really reliant on their heal backs and whatnot. So yeah, Curse removal, excellent thing that you're doing there for us, Fina. Very, very nice. Very nice of you to do that. So, is she cool to pull? Man, I gotta say yes. I am not a fan of baddies, and I did not have a good review of Lucielle, and she is also like the other top support unit at this point. But Fina's a nice girl, and she's gonna take that curse off of you, which is a really, really nice thing. And I think, yeah, you'll appreciate that. There's going to be other units that are going to come out with curse, and it's just going to get messy. So let's do this ticket and get that out of the way. Oh, my ticket pulls are always the absolute worst. Yes, I do love you, little Lilu, but man. And I guess while I have you, let's go look at the vision card. Loot in the Wastelands, which, man, I don't know about this, but like, I don't know about you and this, but it is too young for me, I think. Anyway, Loot in the Wastelands. Something's going on with this young speak. This is going to be for Sword, Warrior, Great Sword, Bow, Gloves, and it's going to give you max HP up 25%, Agility up 18%. That's that super high number that you get with some of the newer cards like Gilgamesh's, and accuracy up 20, and then critical evasion up 12 for these guys, and magic 10, area attack resistance up 10, bestowed. Yeah, do I have to read this? Do I really have to? Anyway, what I want to read is this. I want to find out what's so lewd. While battling upon the flatlands somewhere. Lastwell, Fina, both of you sure look different from before. I'll assure you it isn't just looks that's different. I'm very much a different person now. Me too. I can pose pretty lewdly now. How's that? Hey, Lastwell, what happened to her? Well, things just happened, that's all. Never mind that. We got enemies to focus on. And with this, Rain, Lastwell, and Fina's journey continues. I don't know. I'm a little suspicious. They're being suspect. Sorry, I was trying to use the young speak and I used it wrong, whatever. Anyway, I don't know about this. Well, what does it give you? Okay, so Great Sword. I mean, the Great Sword, the agility is great, accuracy is great, of course, and HP. But just see what you have and like see if you need it and that kind of good stuff, because that's usually how it works, right? When deciding whether to pull for some of these cards. Both Fina and that card will be where? Well, will they be? Oh, they will be in the regular pull. Yeah, I will do a pull for her because I just said that she was cool to pull. So we'll see how that goes. My Viz is not very happy right now. In fact, it's very, very angry with me. And I keep trying to grow it into a bigger pile, but it's not really interested in growing. Could be worse, I suppose. Oh, Naya, you're good stuff. I also hope everyone's limited and TOR went really well. Those are such fantastic... Oh, I should have pulled again. Shoot. Those are such fantastic events for gaining Viz, so if you can get any of that. Oh, shoot. Was there a step up for her that I totally forgot? Ugh. I'm gonna have to go look after this. That's gonna be annoying. Because those are fantastic because you get the shards and the whatnot. Oh, Valentine's Dira. Yeah, I probably just ruined my whole thing, my whole plan, yeah, dang it, man. Yes, I know. My poor cat is super sad too. He's not the happiest right now. Or I don't know, he's just the hungriest. We're figuring that out. Well, I'm figuring that out, not we. What else? Oh, yeah. Well, Lumina's not over yet, so you're not getting that busy yet, but there is a pretty good opportunity. I hope it's going well. It's been going pretty well for us, but I do like the limiteds that give actual limited costs, but those can be tricky too. I didn't say this yet. Well, I'm drinking wine, but that's just me. Fina is not drinking wine. So actually in my garbage bin, I was really annoyed to find, this always annoys me. I don't know why it annoys me so much, but it really does. But there is this bottle of something horribly offensive. What was it? I wrote it down. Smirnoff Ice, crisp citrus, natural lemon flavor at a 4.5%. And I found this in my recycle bin. I didn't drink this. Somebody just tossed it in my recycle bin. That's like so rude, right? I mean, it's better than throwing it on the street for sure. But still, I was just like, I'm gonna skip this one because it looks like up at the top. That's where we get our little things. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I was just like, okay, well, I absolutely did not drink this, and I don't want anybody ever think that I drank this. And if they do, I'll be super embarrassed. But the other thing I thought was like, this is probably what Lotus Mage Fina is drinking, right? Because it's like light and like you know, kind of like it's got a little bit of flavor or whatever. She thinks it's fun. Anyway, I didn't agree with it, but I do think it fits her. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but there is a new unit that released, or that's going to release, and that's going to be for a summer unit. So if you haven't seen that, spoiler alert, we're getting a Summer Resnick who looks to be a fire support unit. So if you want to check her out and see what she's all about, it's going to be a pretty interesting kit, but also it's like, where do you slot her in? You've got all these other supports, and I mean, I would say that like fire is whatever, it's fire, but you know, it kind of doesn't matter now or something. Okay, last two, I guess. And also just probably should have... Okay, I'll skip this one. Probably should have just started this one. Ugh. so many rainbows on the not the things. All right, so I did my best and I got no Fina, but I will say that I wish you all the best. Excuse me. I wish you all the best on getting your own Fina, and unless you already have Lucille, then whatever, you don't need her. And I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying for her. And there's tickets all week, so grab those up. And she's also, yeah, she's like regular cost and stuff. So if you're still hanging out and trying to see how this went with me, then hey, cheers to you. Thanks for doing that. And so, like, to put you out in your misery, I'm gonna be doing the quickest goodbye because yeah, I would like to I would like to go figure out why I have so little viz and then see if I can do something about that. So, hey, cheers for hanging out. Cheers for hanging out in my pools if you did that, because, like, hey, that's amazing. No, it's not. Don't do that. But then also just cheers to you and cheers to your pools and awkward goodbye. And I guess again, cheers.